Classification of lexical verbs. This is part 2. If you are yet to watch part 1, kindly go do so, where I talked about regular and irregular verbs. In this video, we are looking at lexical verbs as transitive and intransitive verbs. A lexical verb can either be transitive or an intransitive verb. What are transitive verbs? Now, transitive verbs, these are verbs that require objects to complete their meanings. They direct or transfer their actions to or towards the object. So, transitive verbs, they have objects. The objects receive the effect of the action of the verb. On the other hand, intransitive verbs, these are verbs that do not require objects to complete their meanings. Their actions are not transferred to any object. Intransitive verbs do not have objects, and the effect of their actions are not transited to any objects. Let's look at examples of transitive verbs. Number 1, she ate a sandwich. The verb here is ate. Ate what? She ate a sandwich. A sandwich is the object of the verb ate. It receives the effect of the action of the verb ate. Number 2, Maru kicked the ball. The verb kicked has an object, which is the ball. The ball receives the effect of the action of the verb kicked. Number 3, he painted the wall. The action of the verb painted is received by the object, the ball. Number 4, we built a house. The object here is a house. A house receives the effect of the action of built. Number 5, I bought some plots of land. Bought what? Some plots of land. The object of this verb is some plots of land. It receives the effect of the action of the verb bought. So you notice that each of these verbs, ate, kicked, painted, built, bought, each has an object. Therefore, these verbs are transitive verbs. Okay, let us now look at examples of intransitive verbs. Examples. Number 1, she slept yesterday. The verb slept doesn't have an object. Note that yesterday is not an object, it is an adverb that modifies the verb slept. So in this sentence, slept is intransitive. 2, they laughed. The verb laughed doesn't have and does not require an object. Alright. Number 3, she cried out loudly. Cry doesn't have and doesn't require an object. Out loudly are simply adverbs that modify cried, but cry doesn't have an object that receives its action. It is an intransitive verb. Number 4, the sun rises. Rises doesn't have and doesn't require an object. Alright, note that some verbs can be both transitive and intransitive depending on whether they have object or not in sentences. Look at this. She ate well. In this sentence, ate doesn't have an object, whereas in our first example here, ate has an object, which is sandwich. So you notice that slept, laughed, cried, rises, ate do not have objects. They are intransitive what? Verbs. Alright, so you do this as an exercise. You are to tell us if the verb in each of these sentences is transitive or intransitive. Number 1, she swept the compound. Number 2, the dog broke all the glasses. Number 3, he prays every day at 2 p.m. Drop your answer in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching.